wearing the Thames Valley colours, decided to put his strength into test.
Hello and welcome to Moja Sports. My name is Coach Idris Hamoud. Our guest today is Mohamud Aadan, who is an England and Great Britain runner who competes over the cross-country, track, and the road. So, Mohamud, tell us, who is Mohamud Aadan? We have heard about Mohamud Aadan and we don't know who Mohamud Aadan is. Can you tell us something about yourself?
Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Mohamud Aadan, Mohamud Ibrahim Aadan. So I'm born Somalia, so raised in Great Britain. I grew up basically in West London, and I'm an athlete. So I run for England and Great Britain and Northern Ireland team. So I'm here today, and I'm your guest today. So Mohamud Aadan, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. When did you start running, Mohamud?
I started running 2009. That's the first time that I stepped onto the track and I wanted to run, and something all of a sudden came up, and I just wanted go out and run and feel it. So that's the first time that I remember. And also it didn't took a little bit long or a little bit while for me to start competing. As soon as I registered with the club, they put straight into the race. So yeah, that's when it all started, 2009. I still remember. Yeah.
Yeah, what made you choose athletics? Was it something that you saw on TV or someone that you look after? What was it that, started the urge for you to run, actually?
Basically, I started with football. That's where I started. I used to have, I used to be in a club, a small club, like kind of playing football. And then I left Ethiopia. I came to, to Great Britain. Every day, like a normal kid, I started playing football, and then I had a different energy level, so nothing stopped me. So I kind of say, you know what, there's something missing. There's something that I wanted. Apart from that, also I used to watch a lot of championship, like on TV, World Championship, Diamond Leagues and things like that. And my nerves is always like, is such, for me to watch such kind of races are nerve wracking for me, and I couldn't hold myself together in a piece. I always on a stand. I always alert. Like I can't watch the last lap. When the bell goes, I think like I'm the person who's running. So there's something that driving me always in me, that there's an extra energy level in me that football is not something for me. So and I decided I have to go and do something now. So I just went. And that's the thing. Yeah, apart from watching, also there's also some kind of energy that drives me to go and run, just go out. I started before I registered with the club. 1 month, I remember I just went into the Primark, walked in there, just bought a normal boots, and then because I didn't have a kind of proper running boots, and then I started running with that. And then that's how it all started. And then for me to join the club also, I started with the football shorts, like a boxer, normal boxer thing. And it's just how it started, and where I am today is a big difference. So yeah.
Yeah, I personally had conversation with you on a number of times regarding, when athletes come from other countries, they come into this country, they want to go into an athletics, they want to join athletics, and most of them, they have these challenges. I mean, could you share some of your early experiences when you wanted to become an athlete. You went to club, as you have said, football boots and football shorts and all these things. Could you share with us a little bit experience as a young man who has come into this country? He wants to join athletics. There aren't many people who are sending him to the right direction as we are at the moment. So could you just share with us a little bit of your early experience as an athlete?
Yeah, sure. With me, obviously, that's my experience, and with other people who are coming to the country, the young ones, or even not only the one coming, but there's young kids who are out there and they don't know where to start, or they already started but they don't know what to do. So they don't know where to go, what kind of step to take. But for me, I obviously, no one in my family knows anything about running. It's all me. It's all I took myself to the club and I registered myself, and I came up with that, membership form into my house, and people asking me what's this for, and and yeah, and I filled that up, and everything started from there. Yeah, for me to walk into the environment of athletics where I used to play football every day, on everyday basis. I play football morning, evening, morning, evening. That's what we do. As a young kids, you have a lot of energy. That's what you want to do. You want to kick football around. That's what you want to enjoy the most as a kid. So, but there's another special sport that out there that needs something a little bit different. So what it needs, running and energy level is the same, but in terms of facilities and how you put yourself together and where to start. For me to start, I started at basic. There's people I know that I started with barefoot. Me, at least I came with a football shoes or football boots. I walked in. There's people who started running with their barefoot. So I know a couple of friends who came from, from abroad as well. And as a young kid like me, and they started with me, and although they didn't make it, but they started the same way that I started. But me, I came with the football boots, and I started with the rubber shoes and things like that. And I don't know anything about spikes. Now I can see kids are so lucky, especially in Britain where we are. Most of our kids back home are very lucky. I can see people having all types of spikes. First day you come to the club, you got your tights, you got your spikes, you got your vest, you have everything that you needed, and you walk in. It's your first day that you come into the club and you have everything already and you're ready to start. It's good to see that, and it's good to see families and other parents understand and try to help their kids in that way. But the people who have no understanding of that and they don't know where to start, is a little bit confusing. But it's all like, is that energy? For me, what drives me is the energy that I had and the love for sport that I had that put me into that position. I didn't care what come in my way. I really wanted to do it. So I just went in straight for it and started doing it, started running. Every day I liked it. I started going back to the training Tuesday and Thursdays, back and forth. And then I started getting used to it in that environment. And I see now people wearing different things. So it's like, I just sit down a little bit, say, you know what? Maybe I need that. Is that what I need on the track for me to run on the track? What's a spike? Tell me what about spike. So I started learning bit by bit, slowly by slowly, until I started picking everything up, and I started leaving the football stuff and shorts and things around, and then it started getting into the normal running shorts and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah. Where are you now? Where are you training? Where are you at the moment? Yeah.
Right now, I'm in Kenya. I'm in Eldoret, home of champions. That's or people know Z10. So E10 is just within Eldoret. So I'm in E10 right now. So that's where I based myself for the last 4 months, and I'm preparing myself for next event coming up, or my next race. So I'm here for a while now. So maybe I'm leaving soon, but yeah, I'm in Kenya.
Yeah, okay. I would like to ask about education and athletics. we have a lot of our youngsters that they normally struggle to balance education and the athletics. You graduated from South Bank University in 2013 with a degree in petroleum engineering. How
Yes,
did
that's
you
right.
manage? Yeah, how did you manage, to juggle athletics
Yeah.
on one side and academics on the other side, so that some of our youngsters can have a look at it and they can balance, they can balance their life, so that some of them, will turn up and say, look, I want to concentrate on education. I can't, I have no time for athletics. Others will say, I want to concentrate on athletics and I have no time for education. How did you balance life as an athlete and as a student at the university studying petroleum engineering?
Yes, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy on my way. Nothing was easy, and I started running back from college, not only from uni. So I started carrying that started from college. When I was in college, I was running, doing everyday training at the same time. The assignment is out there waiting for me. My coursework is waiting for me. Tests and exams, everything is waiting for you, and my training is waiting for me as well. So I also wanted to perform for the college as well at the same time. So I had that responsibilities of being an athlete in the college who want to perform for the college, who wanted to do something for himself, and who wanted to do something like on a daily basis. So I study, I have to go to the lectures, normal lessons, sit down, do your writings, and then assignments on a side, and training wise also is there. You have to train. So my training is also one thing. Also, I have to go to the gym at the same time. So it was never easy when you combine the two, especially onto that level. Nothing is easy. So you have to like be focused. You have to be very hardworking person, very disciplined, well disciplined person, for you to put yourself together, because you want both. Some If I try to put this into my little bit into my way, I faced a little bit challenge with that, saying my families, they thought that I might fail one, or I might drop out of college, things like that, because of running. Because I was so into the running that they're a little bit scared that I might drop out of uni or college. So, but that never happened. So I was I was well focused person, so I never kind of left, neglect one. I never neglected any of them. So I put both of them together and hold them with my both hand, and try to put the extra energy that I needed. So the only thing maybe I started making my own timetable. So basically around this, I made my own timetable, whereby I can't afford to go to the club all the way, go to the clubhouse, do my training with the group. Sometimes that was hard for me, but I do, based on my timetable. I don't want to miss my training. What do I have to do today? Session, whether it's a session or easy run, whatever it is. So I stick to that timetable, not to miss running or not to miss my study. So sometimes you have to try to make your own timetable that suits, and then that timetable somehow someone have to look at it, and try, whoever understand and thinks is like, because I discussed with my club, went to club managers and my coaches and sit down with them and say, this is what I want to do. Is it going to help me, in terms of, for me not to come to the club and do this session, and I do somewhere else instead. So things like that. So, but now kids are scared a little bit, because they want to keep things to themselves sometimes, not to discuss with their parents or with their coaches. They kind of, get nervous. That nervousness, if they try to ask for help, seek for help, and share what they want to do with the people, with their guardian parents or coach and whoever out there for them, it eases off that nervousness that they're in. I saw so many kids during that period of test or exams, they're not at all like thinking about running. So all running is gone through the window. So it's all like for 2 months, 3 months, they just focusing on that study and exams and things like that. To me, always it was different. So I wanted to. So also things work for some people in a different way. So some people like, only one thing at a time, and they can't cope with the other things, so they need extra support. People who are there, youngsters who need support like that, I think we are up there for them. We can support them with the support that they need. So uh, basically for me with uni, it wasn't easy, especially it get harder. So I came from college to uni now. University is not a joke. So I need a degree. I need a like pure proper degree that I wanted to take. So that's my knowledge and my future and everything else. Yet on the other hand, I have a talent in my hand and I wanted to achieve something. But I remember me coming out with a medal from UK All University Championship race. I came with a silver medal. So that's the best achievement that I got in uni when it comes to athletics. And I came with first 2-1 degree honor of petroleum engineering. So when I came out, I brought 2 clean sheets on my hand. I was so lucky to get that. So I've been, the family they've been nervous before. Now they see 2 things that's very valuable to them in their hands. So that happened for me, and I was so lucky to get that. So it comes with that hard work, dedication, discipline. You sit down, you focus, you sit down, you do it again. And universities also supported me. So I got a small, kind of scholarship from uni, and they started, like taking me seriously with what I do. I got that help. When they see you also, you have that kind of talent and things like that. University is ready to take your hand. Colleges is ready to take your hand. I don't want that young kids get nervous or scared of, with all those things that, that the talent that they have and the education that they have. So they have to come out, speak, and try to not to get scared. Just approach people, be friendly, and you get all the help you need. So you get that, you guided so quickly. Now universities and in UK and back home, they understand more about the athletics and running and education. There's a lot of universities specializing in both. So people are getting lucky now. It's not like before. So things are getting easier and easier again.
Yeah, thank you for that. You represented England and Great Britain on a number of occasions on various distances. What does it take to be an elite athlete, in your opinion?
Elite athletes is not for you. You dreaming to be elite athletes or international athletes, or always as an athlete. When you start, like getting into athletics life and things like this, you have a dream now. You wanna achieve something. You wanna get somewhere. Always your goal is, high. You are on high notes. You wanna improve. You wanna go high. So I remember before I started getting Britain or England vest. I was worried to get a club vest. So is a club selecting me to do British leagues and things like that? So I was worried with that blue vest first, and then it comes to a point whereby now county wise, so is Middlesex gonna select you? Are you good enough for Middlesex? So it comes to that step again, and then from there now after Middlesex, do you think one day I want to represent England? So when am I gonna represent England? Now you get England vest. So and then now you see yourself, you came up a little bit, from where you are, you're coming up. And then now you sit down and say, my big dream is to represent Great Britain. And then you get the Great Britain vest. And then you now, oh, wow, I want to be a world champion. I want to be European champion. You know, I want to be an Olympian. So your dreams like start getting alive and you start building up. So to be an elite athlete, to get to that level, you have to work really hard. You have to work hard. You have to dig deep. You have to, you know, put yourself together in one piece first, and then see, what do I need? What does it take? Sometimes you go through, you know, there's a lot of challenges out there. Sometimes you get injured. Sometimes you don't feel, you know, great. Sometimes you wake up, you can't even run. Sometimes, you know, but every day you need to do something. You have to, you know, wake up. You have to drive hard. There's you know, weather. Sometimes weather is restricting you to go out to do what you want to do. It's cold, you know, and then pain. Sometimes also running itself is a pain. Running itself is a pain. Training is a pain. So sometimes you after the session you sit down and throw up. You know, you get sick because the level of training that you did, the session that you did is really hard session. You push that body to the limits, and then once you feel sick, and then you have to sit down and sit and go. When you go home, sometimes there's a time I come from a session or a long run or things like that, and I go straight to the bed. No food, no nothing. I just want to sleep, so to recover. I just want to feel, you know, the body come back to normal. So I sleep 2 hours before even eating anything. So sometimes that's what it takes. It takes pain, it takes hard work, it takes dedication, it takes discipline. So for us to be an elite athletes, that's what it takes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. You told us earlier that you have been based in Iten for the last 4 months or so. And I mean, from my interaction with you, I've known that you normally go to Iten or you go and train in Kenya quite often. What was your first experience as an athlete for you to go from here and trying to base yourself, you know, just to develop yourself so that you can improve yourself? You decided to go to Kenya, which is a foreign country to you at that time. What was your first experience as an athlete when you went to Iten or Kenya for training purposes?
You know, when you go somewhere that you don't know, always, you don't know what to expect. You just walk in and you come in, and then although I had a couple of people around who I contacted them before I get here, and I told them, you know, I want to come for training camp, and because someone tells you something. So someone told me I have to go there and try, because before I used to come here, I used to go to Ethiopia a lot. And I've been told, try Kenya, see also how Kenya is, because that's also another altitude. So, and when I came and I contacted the people I know, and they, you know, I came and they took me, you know, into their places, and I stayed with them a couple of days and weeks. As you go now, you learn, you see the toughness of this place. This place is really tough. It's not like back home. It's like, but you see that toughness when you stay in and you start training, you start running around. Altitude itself is high. You know, we come from sea level, so the altitude itself is, you know, is one thing. Secondly, the place is rough. It's not like we get used to running on the grass, soft grass, you know, rugby fields and things like that. We enjoy ourselves back home. When you come here, it's like everything is just like rock hard. It's like you climb hills, you go to the forest. There's forest inside the forest. There's hills and things like that. So it's really it's tough. Everything is tough. Now you see yourself people on every day they doing mile, you know, 20, around 17 to 18 to 20 miles every day on these kind of, you know, places. And you start following these kind of people and follow them from behind, learn from them. So also coming to altitude, also another lesson, you learn things. It's not because you come here and then you've been, even if you're a professional person, you're from out there, when you come here, you still learn. There's a lot to learn everywhere you go. So from altitude also you learn about your body. You learn how you recover quickly or you recover slowly, or how long does it take to recover? What do you need to recover? It takes all that, and then it takes like how many sessions or do you have to do in a week? what suits me in altitude. So do you have to follow a certain group, and you know, all those things. So it's kind of learning curve for me to come to altitude and see here and learn from Kenyan, well experienced Kenyan athletes as well. So the way they sleep, you know, they eat. You see people like they can't walk around after training is finished. You can't see no one outside. Whereby us, we go outside, we hang around, we go to the shopping centers, you know, walk around and do all sorts of things that we want to do. But here, after they finish their session or long run, whatever, you don't see anyone outside until you get to the evening again, where everyone comes out again and go for evening run as a group, as an individual, or whoever feel like doing whatever they want to do. But they take it seriously. So I learned from them. I wanted to take things seriously, and I wanted to, you know, perform to my best, you know, learning from them. So the champions, there's a lot of champions. You see on a daily basis, you see 10 to 20 champions walking around in front of you, and, you know, walking on that rough road, or, you know, going, you know, with a group long run or fat legs or things they do. You just see all of them are there. Everyone is the same, and that road treats everyone the same. So there's no mercy. Everyone it treats everyone the same. So
the champions don't have it easy.
No, the dust, the road, the hard road, the rock, the hills, everything you climb, everything treat the cold in the morning, like 6 o'clock is really cold. So all these things treat everyone the same. So when it comes to performance, yeah, obviously whoever put the more effort and whoever like worked really hard get what he wants. But yeah, at the end of the day, we all equal as an athletes, and I learned from them, and you know, my experience now, that whatever I learned from them is out there, and I think I might give back sometimes. Sometimes I'll give it back to those few people who really needs. But for now, yeah, I'm putting myself together still. I got a few things to do. So it's like, yeah, it's really exciting at the same time to come here in Kenya and find out all those things.
Yeah, great. Do you have any races planned? I mean, you are training in Kenya. Do you have any races planned for 2021?
Yes, the main reason why I'm here now for that little bit long, it's not that, yeah, 4 months, four to 4 months and a half, and I'm here to prepare myself to run, a marathon. So before, my distance was 10K or 10,000 and half marathon. Now 2021, my first race coming up, March 26th, is a full marathon, and that's an Olympic trial for Great Britain. So whoever gets selected will go to the Olympic. That's a dream for all the athletes who are preparing themselves and getting ready. All of us is a big dream for us to work hard and to get to that kind of level. And I really want to be part of it, and I really want to be selected for the team, and I really want to make the team. And I'm here getting ready and preparing myself, doing my final preparation now. I'm in my final 2 weeks. So all is going well so far. So I'm racing on 26th of March, inshallah.
Oh, good luck. That is for Team GP Olympic qualifier in Kew Garden or somewhere in London.
Full marathons,
okay.
Yeah. Full marathon, yes.
Full marathon. And that's the first time you're attempting a full marathon.
Yes.
What way to have your debut as a marathon runner? We wish you all the best. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Now, Mohamud, of all the races you have run for England and Great Britain, I mean, which race do you look back at and think, you know, that particular race was my favorite, or, you know, you have something to say about?
Almost, I have two identical races, so that's very, and time-wise also, they're very close. They're not far away from the same year, and very identical race in terms of my personal best, my performance, and so I started with wild half. So wild half in 2018. So that's in Valencia. So that was one of the best. And second one is 2018 Cardiff Commonwealth, representing England. So that two races very identical, because in terms of even personal best, they're not few 2 to 3 seconds apart. And I ran 62:30, kind of range, and it was my best performance both, because I came with that energy from wild half, and then again selected for Commonwealth. So, and I was in a good, I prepared myself very well. So I ran that race very good. And then from that race, and I went to the other race straight away. And those two races are one of my biggest highlights so far. And especially Commonwealth, we got a medal. So we got a team medal. So we got a bronze. So that makes it even stand more. So, and is special. What makes it special is an inaugural Commonwealth. Is the first Commonwealth have ever introduced, and is one of so the first medal that has been produced is also one of the special medals. So that makes it a little bit more special to me, and Commonwealth to stand until today. But yeah, that's my outstanding race, and I performed really well as well. So
yeah, okay. I mean, we have few clips on this particular race, the Commonwealth half. I mean, let's have a look at it, and probably you could talk us through it, some of the, what was in your mind as you raced through, at some of these stages in the races. So let's just have a look at, the Commonwealth half.
That will never change for major championship
runners. I was so nervous standing on that line. Yeah, it was so nerve-wracking. Yeah, I remember that day.
Start, and there are thousands queuing up
it was good, good turnout, good. Me remembering this race today, it brings that memory to me. In the current situation where we are right now with the COVID and things like that, and we're not having things like this, and it touches me a little bit when I see this, and I remember what we are going through now. But this race is it gave me an experience that I needed, and for me to step up for my country, for myself, for my club and people I represent, it gives me that, I'm wearing a vest that I represent England. So there's a lot of Team England in there as well. So there's around 4 of us. So, and for me to be into that position and given that privilege to represent England, I felt so good, and I was so happy to be. And the funny thing also, in this race, I remember is a lot of Kenyan teams, they didn't came, so because of the visa problems and things like that. And now the guy leading this race, the Kenyan guy, is the only person who made to this, who made it, and he's one of my best friend now, and he's my training partner. So we're in the same group, so we train together on a daily basis. And he have a 60, and he's a Cardiff homeboy now, because every Cardiff half he's always there most of the time. And but this
can we say this race probably gave you the confidence that you can mix with East Africans towards the front of the race?
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it gave me that experience whereby, yeah, I needed to step up. I needed to do something that I never did before. I wanted to be in the mix, and I was in a good shape. I wanted to represent more. So it's like that energy is there. That energy level is there. I wanted to, I was so excited. I was not nervous at all. I was like, you know what, whatever happens, just go for this race. And I went for it. I remember going for it, and I felt, I felt like I'm doing it right. It's not going away from my hand. So I wanted every person want to finish. I wanted to finish in top 5, it's possible it slipped away a little bit from my hand, but I finished 7th on the day. But that was so close. It was so close race for me, and then home support as well. You have the all support that you had it. Like everyone is out there, cheering England. This is Cardiff is like home. So Cardiff, we have everything in Cardiff, and people are supporting us very. So I was feeling good, and then for us to get a medal also from this product, and I was first Englishman home, and that points counted, and we got a medal. And I remember finishing hard here, and I was thinking, and so it's like even better PB, because I kind of hold myself a little bit. It's like it's such a good memory to to have it back again. It's so special, so special.
Yeah. Okay. You said that particular race when you had all that number of people queuing up, at the start of the race, and now how things are because of COVID restrictions and all these things. How has the COVID-19 and its restrictions affected your training, the last year or so that it was with us?
To be honest, it affected us a lot, all of us as an athletes. Before I jump into that point, I just want to mention that few athletes already stopped running. They gave up because of the situation that they're in. There's no races. Races are cancelled, and they kind of took so long, like kind of long break, whereby their body, they became a little bit, the body changed. They kind of became overweight a bit, and they struggled to come back, and injuries and things like that. A lot of people, I know a few athletes who gave up running because of only this. But those who are out there and managing and doing things, and especially as an athlete, you have to train and become, you have to train for a purpose. You have to train for a race. So if there's no race, cancelled, no competitions, training, what are you going to train for? You don't know what you're training for. You're out there like training. So no competition, no races, no training. So it's that's how we end up at the end of the day. So lockdown also changed a lot of things, whereby we restricted not to go out and do anything at all. So now that lockout for 1 month, or that period, you have to sit down and just try to be active in the house and do things around, exercise and things you can. But some of us, we couldn't. So that morals and the boost of morals and things that keeps you going is not there. So now we started eating a little bit more, and then I remember I myself gaining a weight, and I changed a bit. I have a couple of photos of me back in lockdowns, and when I see it and I see now, it's a big difference. It's a big gap. So that changes us. It changed the whole world. It changed the whole of sports. But there's in 2021, I hope things start getting back to normal somehow. 2020, we kind of we got World Half. That also kind of brought the athlete together in that environment, whereby we started in Poland, shoulder to shoulder, raced again. That gives us a hope. We got that hope again, and we built from there. And that training, and then coming back to this training camp and doing this, what I'm doing now, I built from there again that morale and saying, you know what, there's hope again. Because if we did things, if we managed to do a few races in 2020, or that kind of race that they put all athletes together, everyone have been obviously kind of tested and no one is positive and things like that. But that gave us hope. And then after that, and then now London Marathon happened in that kind of environment, whereby there's no other people around, but just elite athletes. So things start again to be only elites. So from that elite level now, things will come back to normal. But now, as an athlete, that's what we need. We need racing. We need competition. We need to, because we're training for it, and we want the competition to come back, even if the public is not there, but just for us to get, start competing and start racing. So that builds, kind of brings back things, sport back to life. So if sport is going to go, through the window just like that, no activities, lockdown continues, COVID continues, no sport, things will be ugly. Things will be no one, it will changes the face of the world. That's why we're scared. That's why we're nervous still until today. But things is changing. There's hope. There's European indoors happening. There's a few races, meetings happening somewhere else. So now, Ethiopian trials, I think, might go ahead. The other day, Djibouti half marathon happened. So we kind of, things are coming back slowly, race, after race. But the challenge, COVID affected everyone and all of us around the world and how we travel.
What's the typical training week for Mohamud? I mean, what does it consist of? If we say your training week in a week, in terms of mileage, in terms of the number of days you train, or just
at the moment, it changes on a weekly. This changes on a weekly basis, but obviously there's a day that I don't rest at all. I do 7 days. There's a day that I take 1 day off, like Sundays. So if my mileage is really good, then I know I did a really good quality mileage, I rest 1 day off, because that will close with the long run of Saturday. So if I do my long run on Saturday and I close with that, and I rest on Sunday and pick up on Monday again. So with marathon, so before with half marathon, it was different. It was different mileage that I was doing when I was out here. But now for the last 4 months, I started also building my mileage, because what I'm doing is marathon. So now I'm doing around 200K a week. So on average, 200K a week. So there's session in there, there's a fat leg in there, there's long run, there's a medium long run and normal big long run in there. So it consists of everything, and then combine that also with the gym and other things. So that gives me, I think, the strength that I need for me to face the full marathon or the full 42K distance.
Yeah. Okay. An elite athlete, typical, it requires a commitment, that you commit to the sports 100%. Do you have any sponsorship? You have a degree. I know a degree in petroleum engineering. You are based in Kenya for training purposes because of athletics. Do you have any sponsorship? Do you have sponsorship to support all this?
No, not at the moment. We support-wise, there's a support out there, but there's no full sponsorship when it comes to sponsorship. But supports, we have a support. London Marathon is supporting us for training camp and things like that. But apart from that, as an elite athlete to this level, you need a sponsorship. But we didn't get lucky with that. So it might happen at some point or sometimes, but for now, no sponsorship. So you have to, sacrifice. It's difficult. You sacrifice. You start. Hard work. You need to do hard work. You do at the pain. You go through.
Yeah, just as a follow-up, I mean, how do you manage it? Just give us also a follow-up, that the fact that you don't have sponsorship to be an elite level, it needs a lot of commitment. It costs a lot in terms of travel, in terms of food, physios and all these things, high altitude training. How are you coping?
It's first of all, you have to be, once you commit for things, that commitment is always there. And once you committed, you have that energy in you that keeps you going. Even if you don't have anything, you keep, that energy keeps you going. That's one thing. Secondly, families and friends is out there for us. So it's like we have families that, supporting us. We have friends, special friends. We have people who are so special out there for us. Those people, if it's not those people, we can't, you can't make it. You can't. Because it needs, everything needs, you need everything that you, on a daily basis, that you want to do. You want to go to gym, or you want to run, you want to do this, you want to do that, transport, go there, go here. Things you need, sport, especially sport like this, to high level. You need you want to get everything that you need. So you don't want to miss anything out, because you want to perform good. You want to, do well. You want to, be a champion. You want to fulfill your dream. You want to achieve everything that you want to achieve. You have a goal, you have a target. So you don't want to miss out things that other people are getting, or, but that never stopped me. Nothing that didn't stop me. I'm still strong. I thank all my friends and my family for their support. Keep going, and I always look forward, not look back. So if I look back, there's a lot of things that makes you trips and fall down into the ditch. So no, so all is on high note, and yeah, better things are happening. Yeah, in future,
Yeah,
inshallah.
I mean, what motivates you? What is the driving force behind Mohamud Aadan, especially, during those difficult times when you are injured, or when you have, any personal issues, or when you're not feeling well, it's too cold outside, it's raining, and you still go out for training? What motivates you, and what are your goals?
Yeah, when it comes to motivations, the big dream that you have a really big dream. So if you dream in, that dream to be a champion, that's what drives me on a daily basis. I want to be a champion. I want to be an Olympian. I want to be, you want to be out there. You want to do your best. You want to perform. So that what sometimes also what you have achieved before, the results that you had, the races, the competition that you did. If you put this thing together, it kind of give you that goosebump. You feel like, you're getting somewhere. You have a result. You have medals on the table. You have trophies in your cupboards. You have things that, you're not that person who started, 10 years back, when you started, and how things are. Now you got, even if it's not big enough, but you have a small decoration in your house somewhere, and you have a CV, and you're an athlete. So now, also the big dreams, that's what drives me, that the dream to be I want to be a champion. I want to achieve bigger things. I want to be, keep performing onto that high level. I want to represent Great Britain. I keep on representing Great Britain and England. So this is what, drives me and motivates me on a daily basis. So that dream.
Yeah, thank you. Well, in every journey, there are challenges that, you have to overcome. You have to fight through this, and if you need to get to the top or at the end of the journey. So what the challenges have you had, as an athlete? Just a summary, give us an idea of, the kind of challenges that you get, as an athlete, trying to compete at the level you are at, the dreams you have told us, the ambitions that you have, where you want to get to. Just tell us some of the challenges that you have come across.
Challenges every day, every training that you do, there's a challenge for it. There's a challenges every training that we do. So start from morning run or evening run. So even you, after you run, say example, I want to have a massage after my run. So I run, I didn't have no injury, no pain or nothing. So, but I just want to have just a massage only. So that massage itself is a pain. You sit down and enjoy a pain. It's a pure pain. So sometimes you ask yourself, you say, why am I going through this pain of cycles again and again? So running is a pain, massage is a pain, training is a pain, hard session, long run, all these things is a pain. So why am I going through this pain? So you love pain. You become a pain lover now. So you kind of your body want that pain. So if there's no that pain, you don't feel anything. You feel like you didn't do anything at all. You didn't work hard. So before I cry, I cry over pain, saying like I don't want to go through this pain. And then you just sit down and say, you know what? Hold on for a minute. But I need this pain. So without this pain, I can't make it. So I have to go through this pain to make it. So yeah, like I said, running itself is a pain. Training is, like a session, especially like track session with the spikes and things like that, fat leg, tempo run, all these things is a pain. You try to push your body to the limit, beyond the limit. Sometimes you want to push beyond that, comfort zone, beyond that barrier. So there's a kind of a comfort zone where you feel comfortable always with the group, with the other people. But sometimes now you have to push yourself to the limit, beyond that comfort zone. Once the body go to that comfort zone, that's when you pick up as a kind of pain that you didn't see before. But that's what you need. You need to develop your body. You need to grow into that pain. The pain also grows with you as you grow, as you elite athlete. So so
it's a daily challenge.
Yeah, daily challenge. And then sometimes weather is out there. So it rains heavy. When it rains here in Kenya, it rains heavy. Although since I came, there's no much rain out here now. But before, it rains heavy and you miss your morning run. And then also evening run, you miss it sometimes because of rain. So that day, one day is out because of the weather. Okay, it happened so many times. In Britain, same thing with the snow, with the, you can't go out, you can't go this. There's a challenge out there. And now people with COVID, no gym, no indoors things, there's no, when things like that happen, you miss your training and then you get injured. Once you get injured now, you might be out for 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, and you're in pain and you have to nurse yourself now, take it easy, try to get the treatment that you need, try to, recover. Your body also need to recover, get a little bit muscle quality, like better muscle quality a little bit for a while. So it's like that you sit down. But one thing that I myself find out, if I'm not running, I'm not an athlete. Even 2-3 days, I'm not an athlete. That's what I feel. So if I'm running, I know myself, I'm an athlete and I'm doing it. But if I'm not running at all, so it's like, I don't know, I'm just like normal person walking around. If I didn't run 1, 2, 3, 4, or for the whole week, it's not there. The only time it comes back that I'm an athlete, that I know myself, when I start running and training, and my training is going well, back to back, normal program, everything is, in place, piece by piece you put together. So that's when I think I'm now, my body's okay and I'm running, I'm healthy, I'm an athlete. So yeah, so yeah, injury, illness, sometimes you get ill, you get sick, you get flu, you go cold, you pick up things, things, it's you get on a daily basis, you go through a lot. On a weekly basis, you go a lot. You on monthly basis, the same. It's the challenge is always out there, but you have to face these things. Sometimes you face it, and then you just kick hard. You keep on, bouncing back. Whatever happens to you, it's not like if you let yourself go, you go. You that's it. You lose.
Yeah, I mean, from my interaction with you, I know you are someone who is very approachable. You have come to our training sessions a number of times, trying to advise, the youngsters and helping out with training and a lot of other issues. This is a larger medium than, coming to our training sessions where we have 10, 15 athletes, and you always have time for us and for the young athletes. I mean, what advice could you give to our young athletes out there, those who are already running, those who want to come into the sports? What advice could you give with all your experience?
I tell them never give up, because you have what it takes to be, to make it, because facility wise is there. We have good coaches, including you yourself. We have people who have, basic knowledge to help them and to achieve what they want to achieve. We have the facilities that they need. Back home, people, I know a few, they get few things that in terms of facilities, what they need, they all get it on, when they need it, they get it. So out here, youngsters at that level, you don't see them a lot. You see only matured people coming to athletics, because that's when they understand things. That's when they see things. That's when they can afford things. That's when they can enjoy pains and things like that. So they start late here. Here is late. There we have early start. Early start at the same time, we have facilities. We have things that make them grow as a sport person. You know, it takes also, they have all what they need, they have on their table now. So for them, I tell them, work hard, keep focused, keep driving hard, never give up. You have everything that you need. Where you have, whether you need support from your parents, from school teachers, from your coaches, or other people like us who are, elites and who are ready to give out and support those young people with the ideas or things they need and things like that. People are out there for you, so you have everything you take. So if you have me, when I started as a junior athlete, I have no basic, no background, not background, but basic to start with, that good base as to start as an athlete. I didn't have that. Now, when I step on the track, my home track, or your Hillingdon track or TVH track, when I come and step on the track and see how the young kids are being coached, or what they've been given to, and what the facilities they have, I'm happy. I'm like, they can make it. 80% of these kids will make it. So is like is something that really, I really want them to do, and to have that success that they want to have in life. So we are there for them. We want that support. We support them what they need, but I want to advise them not to give up at all, because they have everything. What do you need? If you have a good coach that give you a good basic to start with, a good quality competitions. In UK we have a good quality competitions from all young, from 10, from 9, and all the way to under 15, under 17 until 20. We have a quality competitions for kids, and we have there's also indoors, there's things like that, and then for them to have given the platform that they need, what else do they need? There's no reason for them to give up if they really think they're good in sport and they have a talent. Some of them, they have a talent and they don't see. Also, we want to advise the parents for them to see, to kind of identify, their kids, who they are and what kind of talent they have. And when they see them in that talent, they support them in a good way, and give them that support that they need. Sports especially need support always. Even for us as an elite and adults and big adults elites, we need supports. We need support from our family, friends, and everyone else. So, sports is one of those that needs support always. You need someone to give you that morale, that motivation, someone that tells you, you're doing right, you gain it, keep on doing it. That's what we need, and that's my advice to the young kids back home.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I mean, this is your interview. Is there anything you want to share with us that we have not covered? Is there anything of interest that you like to, just to share with us?
Yeah, this is a sport channel. I'm a sport person, obviously,
Yeah.
and I want to, take opportunities to, thanks those people who supported us, in this kind of sport, in running, in athletics for the last 10 years. Those people who believed in us, and those people who have, us as an athlete, we have a dream. We want to achieve our dream. There's people also, their dream is to see us, succeed or have a success, have to be a champion. There are people out there, supporting us, with their words, giving us that comfort. We tell them thank you. We're working hard for you and for, we want to make it, and together we succeed. So I want to, thanks everyone, family and friends and coaches and everyone else. Thank you very much.
Okay, finally, before we conclude, I have my 5 questions that I normally ask most of the people that I interview. So if you find some of them, you don't have to answer them, but just general things. Yeah, who is your favorite athlete? Whom do you look up to?
Is only everyone knows this before I even say, but it's Mo Farah.
Yeah.
So
okay. I know you are.
I look
you're
up to him. Yeah.
I know you are close friends also. And your best race you have already mentioned, but do you have any other race that is memorable to you, probably in your junior years, that you want to mention?
My university, UK University Championship race, cross country 8K, whereby I was beaten on the line to, I've been, by microsecond, someone grabbed my gold on the line, and I was out there for it. So that was one of the, obviously, for me also to, kind of close the chapter of education at that moment. And it was my final performance of the uni, and that was outstanding as well, performance. And university never expected me to bring that medal, back into the uni, and they really surprised, and I got a good prize for it. But so that's one race that as a junior also, and I kind of, this is funny, but I missed with 1 day, is it 1 day or 2 day birthday, kind of for me to, as a junior, to represent Middlesex. I missed only with 1 day. So I meant to get a vest to represent Middlesex in cross country, in cross challenge, but I missed it because my birthday was 1 day ahead earlier happened, and I couldn't make it. So that's a few things that I wanted as a junior that I wanted to highlight. But
Favorite food? If you come and visit me, what will you expect on the menu?
Ethiopian injera.
Ethiopian injera.
I like Ethiopian food, so I like Ethiopian injera a lot. So
okay. What is your best
apart
session?
from chips, chicken and chips that but we eat back home. Apart from that, my typical one is
our typical English food, chips and chips, fish and chips.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your best session? What sessions do you do when you say this is my best session? When you're sharpening up, or
I like 2 sessions. One is K rep, so I like K rep, 1,000 meters time by 10. So I really like that session. It's really my good session. And at the same time, 400. If I do like 400, around 15 or 10 of them, with that 62, 60 kind of speed, I feel my body really react into it. So I like those 2 sessions.
Yeah. Dream destination. Where will you go?
I was I think a lot about a lot of places, but a place that I want to go is like I want to go. I've been there before, but I want to go back again to Doha. That's one of the places that I would really want to go back and being that. And then Turkey and Spain is in Europe, that's the most favorite destination where I want to go and explore a little bit. But apart from that, Doha.
Oh, great. Thank you, Mohamud. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you everyone for watching This is Moja Sports. We normally bring.
Thank you very much.
Is a sports channel. We bring, you know, educational things, interviews, entertainments. So just till the next time, I would like to thank everyone who has watched this channel and everyone else who has made this possible. And thank you, Mohamud, for your time, the time you have taken off your training to come and have a word with us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye,
bye, everybody.
Bye.